Hi everyone, bonjour, habari zenu, ohoro wanyu, guten tag. There are groomers, they are grooming your children.
I want to talk to the kids. Parents watch the video and then hand the phone over to the young kids. Hi there. I get asked a lot, are you a boy or a girl? And I love that question. And so I wanted to just tell you, sometimes human beings are more than boy or girl. Sometimes we're something else. Sometimes we're both. Sometimes we kind of float in between, and sometimes we're a boy, sometimes we're a girl, because human beings are creatures and we're wild and exciting.
We are living in a society, unfortunately, even in America, especially in America, where in blue states, which I'm going to go into detail about what a blue state is and what a blue city is, where teachers, my mother is a teacher. She's a retired teacher now, a high school teacher. And can you imagine a teacher coming into the classroom and telling you their sexual preferences? Why is that being allowed?
So, first and foremost, what are my pronouns? They, them. So they all know my pronouns. It's they, them. It's quite simple. And then the next question was, do y'all respect those pronouns?
Yes. I'm going to call you what you are.
I'm going to call me by my name.
Miss Parker.
Job. So the kids are going to call me either Mr. or Mrs. Jamie. It depends on what I want, but I, as a non-binary being, I don't know what to pick. I feel like Mrs. would be easier for the kids, but Mr. makes me feel better. But I also kind of want to try mix, but I don't know if the kids can do that. I don't. And then what do I do when they ask me if I'm a boy or a girl? I'm not. I don't know.
Explain that it's young kids too.
It's young kids. My class is gonna be 4-year-olds.
Why is that being allowed? Why is a whole teacher being allowed to come into the classroom with their rainbow colors and their rainbow earrings and their rainbow bracelet and tell 5, 6, 7-year-olds that I identify as Miss this and this today, but tomorrow I feel like a Mr. this and this? That's grooming. That is grooming behavior. Why do schools feel that they have the power to take children away from you when you don't reaffirm their gender? This is why people are moving away from states like California, moving away from states like New York. Because the governors in those states are the most woke predators. I don't even know what to call them, but it has penetrated and permeated through everything, and it's just. I'm also going to touch on kids' shows. If you do not think the woke agenda is permeating through our screens, you have another thing coming. I have a 2-year-old beautiful little girl, and she loves Cocomelon. She's obsessed with Cocomelon. She really say, Mom, Cocomelon is amazing. It's an amazing show. Learning it plays in German because her dad and I wanted to learn her ethnic language, German and Kikuyu at the same time. But when I watched Cocomelon Lane, let me tell you, I was like, I'm watching this show and I'm like, who are these two guys? Why are they always hanging out? I'm like, and I kept having questions in my head. I was like, there's no way. This is a baby show. They would never.
About you love to get up and dance. How about you break out those moves for your 2 biggest fans? Just be you.
Just be me?
Yep. When you're trying to decide, think about all the things you like to do. Just be you.
Yes, they would. That is a show for toddlers trying to propagandize children. Why are you pushing the LGBTQ agenda onto children who have no idea what it even means? And then when we speak out, you call us transphobes, you call us homophobes. I literally have gay conservative friends of mine, amazing people who speak out on this same stuff. Shout out to Gays Against Groomers. I have an amazing shirt I got from you guys. I am such a supporter. Thank you for what you're doing. I have seen gay people being called homophobes for going against this agenda, for saying stop exposing children to this crap. This crap is for adults. Why do we have drag queens doing story time for children?
It's story time. Story time.
Why? And the parents thinking this is all normal. Something is wrong with you. You guys should not be having kids. Shout out to the people who don't want to have children, because let me get real right now for a second. If you're self-aware enough to know you don't want a child, I am big ups, man. You are my hero, because trust me, being a parent is not an easy job. Being a good parent, let me clarify. Being a good parent, raising a whole human, teaching them how to regulate and how to be a critical thinker and how to think for themselves and how to be an individual, not go with the flow, how to be intellectual, how to be a good person, how to show kindness. It is not an easy job. It's not an easy job. So big ups to you if you're aware of that. I would rather that than someone who has a child and this child just grows up so confused that they are convinced they're a boy. And then you have shows like Jazz or whatever that show is on TLC. If you think it's an easy job, your little boy wants to play with dolls, let them play with dolls. Playing with a doll won't make them a girl. That's why such a thing as gay men exists. That's why such a thing as lesbians exists. It doesn't mean you're a boy. We need a reset, guys. I feel like we need a reset. Because I don't know where this is going and I don't like where this is going. It just worries me to death that this is the world our children are growing in. You turn around everywhere, this again propaganda, targeting children, target selling chest binders for kids. Why? They know kids love colorful stuff. So your child is, what is that, mommy? Doesn't concern you. Because why do you people think this is normal? What made you think this is normal? Like I said, look into Munchausen by proxy. If you think a doctor is going to tell you, hey, take some time, think about this, you're wrong. Money. They get their money, baby. They get their money. So many detransitioners now have talked about when they were going through the journey, that right pre-surgery. I'm talking about pre-surgery, pre-hormonal, pre-chemical changes. Every time they went, it took 1 or 2 appointments. How are you going to know in 1 or 2 appointments if you're making the right decision? Even at a 2 appointment, sometimes you have to go 2 of them because they're like, are you sure you want this on your skin forever and ever? But cutting stuff off and starting to take hormones to change your body chemically and permanently is okay, and we're just okay with this. Did I miss something? We need to think about this stuff, guys. I don't know what's going on right now. I feel like it's the new world order, right? The new world order. This is what this is. People have been desensitized so much that everything looks normal even if it's not. And when you speak out on it, you speak out against it, you're labeled a hateful person. Oh, you're transphobic. First of all, one is transphobic. We're not afraid of you. Okay? Calling us names will make us back down. I have been gaslit by people telling me, oh, you think this way, you must be a phobe. No, I'm just a concerned person with children. Right? And those parents who, you have a child who's, say they're in their early 20s and you feel this is the wrong decision for them, no, you don't have to support it. My husband and I are very much on the same page on this, and thankfully, again, this will be another topic for another day, but being equally yoked with the person you love is very important. On things like child raising and decisions that affect your child's life permanently, you need to be on the same page. And homeschooling, if you've not thought about that, this is high time to start thinking about that, or at least some kind of virtual schooling. I also live in a red state, therefore our governor said no. There are some certain books that are allowing in kids' libraries that should not be anywhere near a kids' library. They've been read at school board meetings, and these parents have been kicked out because these books are too graphic. You're too graphic, but you think my child should be reading that crap? And then when we say, we parents with the right head on our shoulders, speak out on this, we are being phobic. I don't want my child to read a porn book in the library, right? What is happening? What is happening? I'll be very careful, because again, the woke agenda takes precedence over the other voices. Every time I voice that you cannot change your gender by cutting stuff off, and that there is no outside fix for an inside problem, yeah, I get a content guidelines violation. I'm violating guidelines by speaking the truth. There are 2 genders. There are not 2,300 genders. There are 2. And this question has been asked, and I'm going to ask it again. If your parts, if your genitals do not define your gender, then why does removing them affirm it? Nothing like soft science exists. Science is science. But then also, when we're talking about science, are we talking about the science that believes men can be women? Yeah? You guys need to wake up. If you watch my content, you disagree with it, you disagree with it all day, but you need to wake up. Think about what I said. Check on what your children are doing, where they are going, where they're hanging out, what they're watching, with whom they're spending time. Be very cognizant. Because I promise you, this stuff is being pushed onto our children to seem like it's normal when it's not. Take heed, parents. If you live in a state where your rights as a parent are interfered with by the state, you need to consider moving as soon as possible. Because the government should not tell you what to do with your child at any point in time. There are children being abused, they're in abusive homes, but because you refuse to change your child's gender and allow them to start a chemical change of their body and have puberty blockers, you're a bad parent and they take your child away from you. And we think this is normal. How is this normal? What is happening? Shut that TV off, it's giving you these ideas. Cut your children's friends off if their friends are giving them ideas. Monitor what they are watching. Again, you guys, if you watch these shows and you paid attention, you would see what is going on. If you watch Netflix, it's almost like every movie now has to have a gay character, a black character, and something else. They are pushing it so hard. And you don't think there's something wrong with that? I'm all for expression. Express yourself as you wish. You're a grown, consenting adult. Do whatever you want with your life. But also, you don't get to shove that down people's throats. Because why do you need me to validate your existence? Why is a teacher walking into a classroom and telling the kids, blah, 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 Miss so-and-so? And my pronouns, I don't give a crap about your pronouns. First of all, grammatically speaking, because I'm a grammar nerd, a pronoun is a term of reference, not a term of address. So don't tell me your pronoun. I don't care about your pronoun. I care about your name. Your name is Jane, I'll call you Jane to your face. Your name is Mark, I'll call you Mark to your face. Your pronoun he, she, them, zem, zuzu, I don't care. Because hauko hapo, how will you know what? If I'm talking about you, you're not there to hear what I'm talking about. So why do you care what your pronoun is? These shenanigans of pronouns, guy, that's another topic on that day, because if I get into that one, when I look at people's email signatures and I see pronouns, I'm just like, why? See, I can see you're a woman, so obviously you're a she. Grammatically speaking, again, and English is not even my first language. You guys, the world has gone to shit, and I feel like it started with COVID. COVID brought all this crap. People went online. Social life became another concept altogether. And those who were locked in had to find validation on the internet, and they found it on TikTok. And all the Delulu people have been posting, and the Delulu people are given the biggest platforms. Their content doesn't get taken down, and these Delulu people are the ones the children are watching. People like Lily.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand. That's bad because the outside of the wand is what becomes the inside of the tunnel, so you don't want hair growing there, or else it's very uncomfortable. So I talked to my surgeon and he said that it would be best to postpone the procedure until after hair removal is complete.
People like Dylan Mulvaney.
Hi, today would be day 500 of being a girl if I was still keeping up with that series. But I found myself in kind of an interesting position because
who thinks being a woman is all about getting dressed and wearing makeup? The misogyny is real. Like I said, this is another topic for another day. We're gonna get into all that stuff, but for right now, trans kids are not a thing. Let's stop making it a thing. All these children want is acceptance and validation, and they're looking for it in the wrong places. And you as a parent, if you're going along with this crap and falling for the, oh, I would rather have a trans child than a dead child. I have lost a child, and I'm telling you right now, there's nothing that comes close to that. But also, that's manipulation. If someone is trying to convince you that you have to allow your child to transition, otherwise you're gonna lose them. Elon Musk has spoken on this. He did an interview saying he lost his son to this crap. And he should have said something, but he didn't, because he was afraid of losing his son. And if we're on the topic, how many transitioners do I see still taking antidepressants? If transitioning your body was the fix for everything, why are you still depressed? Why are you still going to therapy? See, that should have been the fix then, so you should be perfectly fine. You're not. Because you know you made a mistake, but it's too late. You can't look back, and you know you're going to get shunned by your people, the pride community, so you just keep going and putting up a farce. Continuing to medicate. I am going to choose to listen to detransitioners. I'm going to choose to listen to my spirit. I'm going to choose to listen to my parenting instinct that tells me something is off. If your child is looking for such acceptance, something is off. Be your child's parent, don't be their friend. Depending on where I'm going to end all this, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting me. Again, like I said, I am back, baby. I want to post a lot about these things because they need a voice. Someone needs to say something. There are plenty of other people saying something, especially the LGBTQ plus, I won't say community, but people that are seeing what's wrong with this whole picture, and I'm glad they're speaking out. I have so much respect for them. I am gonna speak out as well as a mother and as someone who's lived in America over 10 years now, because I have seen this stuff firsthand, so I can speak on it as it happens. Oh, one more thing, the kids I've noticed being most susceptible to these things are people on the spectrum, the children on the spectrum, autism, ADHD, because their brain function is a bit different, the way they see things is a bit different. They seem to be targets for schools and for teachers. Under the rules of protecting them, they start giving them ideas and telling them, don't tell your parent. Anyone who tells your child, don't tell your mom this and that, don't tell your dad this and that, that's a predator. Because why are you keeping secrets from me as a parent about my child? Why are you telling my child not to tell me something that's going on? Be careful. If you live in a blue state or a blue city, please be careful. Please be careful. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that little notification bell so you can get a notification whenever I post a new video. Kenyan Hippie out. Mwah.